Okay, I want you to tell your name and your birth date.
My name. I am Hattie Nichols. I was born 1905, December 20th.
Who are your parents?
My parents, Kitty and George Carraway, was born on Chinner Street. And the street was named for my grandfather, Jerry Chinner. He was an ex-slave. He came here from Fayetteville, Arkansas. And he had two children, Kitty and John. And he was a brick mason. He ran a brick yard. And he died in 1925, October 31st. So,
do you know when he was born?
No, I've forgotten when he was born.
Do you know who he came with to Texas?
He did not tell me who he came with, but he was a slave.
Did he come? But did he come
with the people that
did he come before
him.
the Civil War or after?
It was after.
After the Civil War.
After the Civil War. And he owned the home on the corner of Chinner and 4th Street at that time, which is now Sam Raven.
Did it set back up in there, or was it reversed?
Yes, it set kind of back. It faced the east, our house. Faced Chinner Street. And Chinner Street runs north and south. And it now stands.
Did the railroad come down through there?
No, it did not come through there. It was on the south side of our home. There was a street between, well, it was quite a space between our home and the Texas and Pacific Railroad.
But it was between your home and
South, they call it South Bond.
4th Street.
Yes, it was.
Well, they keep digging up railroad spikes down there at the fort.
They do?
Yeah.
I don't know about that. I don't know why they were there. Because the railroad track was on the south side, where it is now.
Oh, it was?
You know where it is now. That's where the railroad was. So, I don't know why they were there.
Well, you know, the railroad came down this street that's back of the golf course over here, you know.
Well, that was the Katy.
Where did it come in down there?
I don't really know. I don't know. But the Katy I know was over. Because it would run to Denison. But I know about the Texas and Pacific TMP.
Did you say he was a brick mason?
Yes, he ran a brick yard. They made brick.
Did he learn this after he was freed?
He did not tell me whether he learned it before he came here or after. But I know that's what he done. They owned a brick yard. He and Mr. Barry Stone and Will Johnson, the three of them owned the brick yard. Yeah.
Now, who's Mr. Stone?
Johnson and Barry Stone.
Who is the Mr.
Oh,
Stone?
they're gone. They did.
Well, were they? The Johnson was black. Was Mr. Stone black too?
Yes,
They were
both
all
of
three
them
black?
were. All three.
Well,
Yes. And the Johnson home is over in Tank Town, where Mr. McFall lives.
Oh.
You know, Linda.
Are there any of the family of those men still living here?
No, they're not any of them living. Not any of them living here. Mr. Barry Stone, all of his relatives are away from here that are living. And most of them are dead. One granddaughter still living in Waco.
Or was it Mr. Johnson related to you?
No, he was
No.
not.
But that's the other man that's the man that Johnson Street was named after.
Yes,
Right?
down there.
Do you know what his first name was?
Will
Will Johnson.
Johnson.
Did they have kills and everything up there at that brickyard? Was it pretty good size?
Yes, it was, I don't remember seeing it.
Oh, you don't?
But, I don't
Oh.
remember seeing it.
Uh-huh.
But they said it was.
You don't happen to have a picture?
I don't have, no, I don't. I don't have any of his old pictures like that. I just have his picture. My grandfather's picture.
Is your uncle still living?
My uncle, I don't have one. He wasn't related to me. Johnson.
No. You said your mother had one brother.
Oh, my Uncle John. No, he's dead. He lived in Wichita, Kansas.
Oh.
I don't have any relatives really here. Nothing but the daughter.
Well, why don't you go ahead and tell us about your family?
Oh, I can't tell too much. Listen, I've had so much on my mind.
Yeah, I know you have.
I lost so many right close.
Yeah, I know you did.
I just don't have it. Tell you.
Your mother and
My
daddy,
mother.
where did they come from?
My daddy came from, Florida.
Florida.
Uh-huh.
Well, he
My
came a
daddy
long
came
way,
from
didn't he?
Florida. And he was a minister, a Methodist minister. His name was George W. Carraway. And he's been dead since 31. My mother died in 56 in Denver. She moved to Denver with my oldest sister. She died in Denver and was buried out there.
I want you to tell who your sisters and brothers are.
My sister was Pauline Smith, and Jean Lee is one who has passed. My brother, Bert Carraway.
And those all in your family.
Oh, just 4 of us.
Where do they all live?
My sister lives in Denver, Colorado. She's still living. My brother lives in Richmond, California. But my sister only has 1 child. My brother doesn't have any. And I had 3 girls. I have 2 living.
Okay, could you tell us where your grandfather's buried?
My grandfather's buried out at Gates Hill. Here.
Are the graves marked?
Yes, he has a monument. Jerry Chenna.
Well, Not thinking.
Can't think.
I'm not either. They were too early to do it. Your grandfather, was he pretty old when he died?
Yes, he
had to
was.
be, wouldn't he?
Pretty old. Yes, he was. He was 80 when he died.
Do you have any articles about him or any newspaper articles? Or
Oh,
you said you had a picture of him.
I have his picture, and then I had the little paper where he, when he died, but right now I can't find it. I mean, I'd have to look. I have it put away. Take some time to find it. It's clipping from the paper.
Were there any other people living on Center Street then in that area, or was that just like it is now?
No, Mr. and Mrs. Simon McGill lived next door to us, along there where the part of the Fort English is. We joined.
Well, the brickyard go back toward the armory, or how is it?
The brickyard was not out there, but it was over in the east part of town.
Oh, y'all just lived there.
We lived there, but the brickyard was not there.
Oh, well, where was the brickyard?
It was over in the east part of town, close to, they told me, close to Mr. Barry Stone's home, over in there. But I never did see it. I just don't remember. That was when I was real small, and I don't really remember about it.
You don't have any idea what street it was on?
Well, that's 6th Street.
Is 6th Street?
That's on 6th Street, where he lived.
Down toward the end, or is the house that he lived in still there?
Oh, well, yes, that Mr. Barry Stone lived in. It's still there, but it's where Alma used to live, down from Mr. Wise.
And that's where the brickyard was?
It was long in there someplace, but I can't tell you for sure because I never did see it. No, we only lived on Center Street. It was our home. And was sold to the armory. They bought all of that.
Didn't he leave that to your daughter?
Yes. No, my mother left it to
Your
her.
mother?
My mother left that to Auntie Susan.
You wouldn't happen to have a brick that he made, would you?
No,
That'd be interesting.
it would have. No, I never did.
Well, sometime when you can find your article and your pictures, we'd like to get it copied
All right.
to have to put with this,
Okay.
We can get it copied, then return your picture to you.
Okay.
Did you show me a marriage license one time that they had? Did you ever get it copied?
No, I didn't try.
You didn't?
That was my mother and
Your mother and daddy? Y'all take it down to the historical room sometime, let Linda take it down and get you a good copy. It's falling apart where it's folded,
Yeah, it's so old.
And it's just falling apart.
Yeah, it can be copied.
Can.
The shit good for you, and it won't cost you anything.
Well, I appreciate it.
They'd give us a chance to get us a copy too, and we could put it with the other stuff.
I would appreciate it.
When you and your husband first married, was Bonham like it is now?
Well, it has grown quite a bit
Yeah.
since we married. We we would have celebrated our 53rd anniversary had he lived until the 26th of September. But he passed on the 23rd of August, so that's our picture there. And so we were married 52 years.
Did y'all live here when you first got married?
No, we lived out on Chenna Street at my mother's
Oh.
at first.
You don't know any stories or anything to tell? Hey, y'all know
No, I
some
don't
good.
have nothing to tell, but only don't too many of them stay together that long.
No, that's true.
52 years.
That's true.
Uh-huh.
You gotta have a lot of in common and
Yeah, you have to. It's not always smooth.
no.
Nowadays, the young people don't take what they did in those days, you know. So, 52 years ago, 53, long time.
Did you go to school here in Bonham?
I went to school here, then I went to Paulquin College one year.
Where
Go
is
back
that?
in Waco.
Waco.
That's where my Aunt Susan graduated down there. The other two girls went, well, two of them went to Paul Quinn and finished. The youngest girl and the middle girl. Betty Jean went to Bishop College and finished.
Where's Bishop?
Bishop was in Marshall at that time, but it is now in Dallas.
Right.
Uh-huh.
That was a big college down there.
Yeah, it was. Big over in Dallas, too.
Yeah.
And Paul Quinn is a big college, too. It's a lovely place down there.
Well,
It's a Methodist school,
oh.
but all go there.
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't matter what denomination.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But it is owned by Methodist.
When you were growing up as a girl, did y'all have parties and things? Or?
Yes, we had a lot of parties. We had such nice parties. And my oldest sister had a play a piano,
Oh.
and she lived over in Tank at that time. She had a home there. And we would get to have parties at her house. Have you seen those kind?
Yeah. It's been a long time. But
Long time. They don't have them anymore.
No.
She had one of those. We had those, and we would have parties at the Oddfellows Hall down here. We had real nice parties.
Now, where's the Oddfellows Hall?
They have torn it down.
Oh, it's
It
gone?
was in Tank, but they
Oh.
tore it down.
Oh.
It's gone.
Well, there's not an Oddfellows organization anymore then?
No more. Not here. I don't know if they have them at all.
Yeah, they have them, but I didn't, you know.
But we don't have them here. Just have the Masons.
Was your grandfather amazing?
No, he wasn't. He didn't belong to a fraternal organization.
Did your husband?
No, my husband didn't belong to the Masons. He was a KFP. And it went down. They disbanded here.
Now, what was
So,
it?
KFP,
What is that?
Knights of Pythias.
Oh,
You've heard of it?
yeah,
Knights of Pythias. We just say KFP.
yeah.
Knights of Pythias.
Well,
And so he didn't join the Masons.
When your children were born, did they come along during a depression time?
Well, yes, it was kind of depression. They had They had some kind of work. Now I've forgotten what kind they called it. They would work with gardens and different things. Now I can't think of the name of it. But they would give free food to some people, but they did not give it to us. Because my husband would always work, and he owned a team. He owned lovely teams. And he worked hard for his family. So we didn't get the free food.
You have to have something to work with, don't you?
Yes, you do. And he fed his mules good.
Yeah.
And they worked for him.
I
So,
can remember when he used to drive the
You know.
wagon and the horses. He plowed my sister's garden one year.
Yes, he done a lot of plowing and a lot of hauling, grading and everything. He just done all kinds. He had all kinds of tools to do that kind of work, and he really worked. We had 2 children in college at the same time, and it really took some money,
Yeah.
some work. So we did work. I helped him. And he told me he appreciated me helping
Yeah.
him so much, and I sure did appreciate him.
You could have made it hard on him or got him
That's
vice
right.
versa, you know.
I surely could have. So, and they appreciated him.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
imagine.
they sure did. They really were good to me.
Is there any of his family living here?
They all gone now. Had a cousin to pass just before he did. She passed in May, I believe it was. Wasn't it, Lynn? Don't you think? I think it was May, Miss Robson, Madeline.
Yeah, I believe so.
It was May. So, none of them. And they lived in all of these houses, mostly around where his family did.
Yeah.
Some of them have been moved in here, those houses.
And
But it was a big family out here.
yeah. And done that lives over there. She told me she wouldn't live anywhere else. It was so nice out here.
Yes.
You know, neighbors and neighborhood and everything.
Oh,
She liked it.
well, good.
Just quiet.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yes.
A whole lot of traffic. All y'all on a
Mm-hmm.
short street. You can't zoom up and down.
Oh.
Well, when you were a girl, are any of your friends still living that you went to school with?
Yes, I went to school with Miss Rail back. She was a little ahead of me, though. She was one of the girls. There are not many of them living.
No.
No. There's some few away from here, 1 or 2, but not too many here.
Where was the school? Was it
It was on 7th Street,
not where
East
where it used to
7th,
be?
not where the brick one was.
On East 7th.
In East 7th, Mr. Hobart Hardy has some houses along down in there.
Who was your teacher?
Mrs. V.A. Johnson then. She was a Johnson, but she died Bradford. Was my first teacher.
Can you remember anything happening in the school that was funny or interesting?
Well, no, I don't know too much that happened. I know at that time we really had to study our lessons. If we didn't, we would either get a whipping or have to stay in or stand in a corner or they would punish us in some way. And we had barrels there at the school to drink water out of. And they'd have cups, hanging on the barrel. And everybody'd go and get a drink of water out of the same cups. And we'd have the outdoors. And
Was it a one-room schoolhouse?
no, it had several rooms for all of the grades.
And different teachers?
Different teachers.
You have to take your lunch?
Yes, we carried our lunch, either a bucket or some kind of pail. Sometimes a sack, according to what we would carry. Sometimes some of the children would carry syrup, biscuits, and bacon. Oh, like that.
Pretty good eating, wasn't it?
It was real good. Yeah, it was good.
Did y'all play games at school?
We played ball and stuff like that. Jump rope and, just different little things that we could play outside because we'd have recess all the time. We stay out at lunchtime an hour. If it was real cold and bad, why, we could stay inside in the hall. We had a big hall. We'd play inside. When we only went to the 9th grade, and when I graduated, there were only 4 in my class, and that was Edith Popnall, Mary Jane Walker, John Sterling, myself, and Mary Jane Walker, Duncan now, and myself are the only 2 living. She lives in Omaha, Nebraska.
Did you go down to college?
I went down to college,
Well, you were pretty young, weren't you?
I was,
I was luckier back then than they are now because they have to go almost a lifetime to get out of high school.
And the children don't read and write as well as we do. A lot of them who graduate now.
No,
Can't
they taught
read.
you an eye-hand.
They can't read. They can't
They
read.
taught you penmanship.
And they can't write.
Yeah.
Nowadays they don't. That's the truth.
How did you meet your husband?
Oh, right here in Bonner.
Did y'all go to the same church, or
No, we didn't go to the same church. He was Baptist and I was Methodist, but we were friends to each other. I mean, his friend was courting a girl who was a friend of mine. His friend was Noble Harris, and Catherine Rios was who he was courting, and so we were good friends. I had known him for a long time anyway, from a kid. Well, he and my mother and his mother and them were close families. I mean, they were real good friends. She would go off and leave him with Mama, and my brother and him it's just a few months difference between their ages. And they were brought up like brothers, and she would nurse Wilfred and my husband when she would keep him, my mother would. And so we just known each other always.
Well, what did y'all do for entertainment? You said you had parties, but what else did you do?
We went to the picture show. They had picture show in east part of town.
They did?
Yes.
Where was it?
It was down on 5th Street. on the corner of 5th and Pine, I believe it is. It was called the skating rink, and they had dances there. Great big hall. It's torn down now. Great big hall.
What kind of businesses did you have then?
Oh, they had downtown. There were stores. Mr. J.D. Johnson had a grocery store downtown, and they said they used to have beer and different things here, I think.
Yeah.
So,
But I was thinking about, you talking about the fish show being down Tanetown. I just wondered if there's any...
no, it was in east part of town.
East part of
End.
town. East part of town.
Yeah. Then they had cafes at that time. When I was a girl.
What else did they have?
Oh, they would skate at the skating rink, and then they'd have dances there. And the picture show also there.
Were there any other types of businesses down there though?
No, that was
That was
all. It was just cafes. More than one cafe down there. Eating places. It was pretty lively.
I imagine.
Surely was.
Do you know how Tanetown got its name?
No, I don't. I don't know.
Neither. I never heard anybody say.
I haven't heard nobody say it. It may be on account of I started to say water tank, but I guess not, because it's not a water tank. So I don't know. I would call it
Did there used to be a pool at Cotton?
Yes, it was kind of a dam. It was concrete. And we walked down there on Sundays when it wasn't any water, when it was dry. No water. Why we would walk those steps, a lot of the children. Steps, it was steps.
And do you remember about the streetcar that they had here in Bonner?
I don't remember ever riding it. I remember seeing it, but I don't remember ever riding. I told some of the women not long ago, Noble Smith or some of them, I don't remember ever getting to ride it, because it went out north, and I don't remember going out to they said the fairground was out there. I didn't go out.
You never did go to the fair?
I never did go out there. Not to remember. I don't, if I went while I was small, when some of them carried me, I don't remember.
Did y'all have, like they have now, you know, they have progressive citizens, did y'all have gatherings like that once a year, or reunions? Or
No, we didn't have it.
you didn't have reunions at your church, or Founder's Day, or anything like that?
Oh yeah, they've always had Founder's Day at my church, at the Methodist. That's our rule. It's set aside in February. It's Founder's Day. And I didn't live far from my church, and of course we walked over there, over on Channel, over to the church, because we could cut through and not have to come way up to the corner to go down, you know, to where the church is now, because it was back over by the parsonage at that time.
How long did they have the school down east part of town before they built the new one?
I don't really know. I don't know when that school was put there. I never did know. I don't know how old it was.
Did you ever do any spinning or anything like that?
Any what?
Spinning,
Spinning.
when you was growing up?
That would.
Thread, you know, making thread on spinning wheels?
Oh no, I never did see it done.
You didn't?
I've seen those wheels,
Yeah.
but I haven't been around anybody that did that. My mother didn't. And she didn't even quilt. She would tack quilts, but I knew that she never did quilting me. The comforts, you know, just tack them.
Do you quilt?
I can. I help some of the ladies at the church sometimes, but I don't at home.
It's a lot of hard work, isn't it?
It sure is.
You never did play any pranks when you was coming up as a kid?
No, I didn't. I was always afraid.
Well, do you remember any of anything that happened in Bonham that was outstanding that you?
I can't think.
Did you ever see any of the hangings?
Any what, honey?
Now the hangings they have.
No, if they had any here, I don't know.
They had some, but
Did they?
you know, every once in a while you're gonna cross somebody
Somebody that knows something.
stories that they've heard told or something.
No, I haven't ever heard one told about it. I don't think. About a hanging in Bonham.
Your grandfather never did tell stories about?
No, he didn't tell me that.
What did he like to do? Did he hunt? Things like that?
No, he didn't hunt. He done day work later. Just yard work. I was coming up.
That's after they got a brickyard.
Yes.
I made that was a pretty good business with everything.
It
coming out
was.
of
He
Bonham.
was a pretty good liver. Yes,
Do you remember when the Restor building burned downtown?
yes, I remember, but I don't know what year that was. I was pretty young, you know, so I don't know what year it was. Does anyone?
Yeah, we got it down something somewhere, but I don't remember right offhand, you know, what year it was.
I know when the store was there. Go in there sometime, buy something.
Did you get candy and stuff like kids get now?
Did I? Well, yes,
What kind of Christmas did y'all used to have?
Oh, we had a lovely Christmas. Sure did. Santa Claus was real good.
Did you get
There were just two children at home. My two sisters have been married since I've been large enough to remember. And just me and my brother would be the little kids at home. And my sister has a son, and then he would come over after he was up some size. But I was the youngest child. Yeah.
What types of things did you used to get?
Oh, I'd get toys. Oh, some of the nicest toys. I'd get dolls and kitchen cabinets and just different nice toys. And I kept some of them until Betty Jean was born. I let My children play with them. I had nice things. My sisters were all good to me. And buy for me, and mothers and daddies and all that. So I had a lot of things.
Do you still have
was
any of
The
the
baby.
things that any of the toys left now?
No, I don't have any of them now. I gave them all to the children and the grandchildren.
Well, we're gonna thank you for the interview, Miss Hattie.
Well, you
We'll play it back and let you